Sorry. Cultivating excitement. All right, two people.
What's wrong, Guinness?
Something worth 40 points and it says no content. Oh.
Amelia, what's up? You couldn't wait to get to class?
No, I didn't know what time it started, so I just clicked on it, so I wasn't late.
Yeah, I had to kick you out. I kept seeing your name and it would confuse me, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna remove her. I thought you were just excited. I thought you wanted like 2 periods of world history today.
No.
What? What do you mean no? Said no pretty quick. All right, none of you guys in Zoom. So we'll give you guys another couple minutes, or your classmates another couple minutes to get in here. Oh, look at this almost full class. It's like it's March 22nd already. You quit? You can't quit. You go to jail. Let's see, man. Zoom's 13. Do we want to do a random question to answer, or should we just jump into business? All right. Let's just get to business. I'll save the warm-up question for later. You guys are pretty much awake by period 3 anyway, too. So this week, I know you guys are very busy. So we are going to be using class time to create a kids picture book designed for 3rd graders, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, that age group. And as you can see, at least people here in the room, you can see on the wall, it is going to be Communism for Kids. We are going to be explaining the principles of communism. This excerpt right on the screen up here. Zoom, I'll get that up for you right now. And what we're going to be doing is breaking down these 10 prongs, as it's called here. I've also heard it called principles, planks, blood, a lot of P words for communism or for principles, but 10 principles of communism. And it is going to be a 10-page color book, illustrated book. So each page is going to be represented by one of the 10 principles of communism. So here in a minute, we're going to go through these points through here, and we're going to translate it from 1800s language to current day language so we all know what we're talking about. And then you're going to choose a cover topic or a topic to create your book within. So whatever you're into, video games, TV shows, I don't know, Ava, yeah.
Where do we find this?
Huh?
Where do we find the
I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Oh, this we're going to do as a class. You don't have to do anything with this. There's no participation with it, but you do need to pay attention because you're going to be applying these principles to the picture book. The specifics of that book are going to be located on Canvas. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But for now, let's go ahead and let's do this. Download this. We're going to go through this together, like I said. Make sure we all know what we're talking about. Zoom, if you have any questions about these, let me know. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, now let's keep in mind, let's establish where we were. These are Karl Marx's points, principles, prongs of communism. This is what he believes needed to be done to a society, to a government in order to create a communist economic system. So each one of these is a step in that direction. In his belief, by the end of point 10, you will be living in a communist state, or at least on your way there. So having said that, number 1, abolition of property in land and application of all rents of land to public purposes. Atticus, what do you think that means?
All this stuff goes to the government,
Good. Specifically, what stuff?
the property.
Beautiful. Yeah. So when we're talking about that, we're going to be talking about no private property is a good way to put it. Now, if it helps you take notes, that's cool. But all of these are located when we're going to be talking about this. That's what this 10 principles of communism is. So take notes if you'd like, but they will be located there as well. So as Atticus said, nobody has any, spelling is hard, private property. And then no borders as well. There's no like, this is my land, this is where I live, that's your land, that's where you live. Your land's my land's your land. Everything is owned by everybody. It's going to be a common theme throughout these. Number 2, a heavy progressive or graduated income tax. We talked about taxes last week, obviously, with socialism, communism, capitalism, and their differences of feeling of who gets to get taxed and how much. So, David Bunting, what do you think a progressive or graduated income tax would mean? Very good. Yeah, heavy, progressive, or graduated. Graduated being exactly what you just said. The more money you make, the more you're going to get taxed. So taxed more and more until nothing is left. Marx's goal is to get rid of classes in general, get rid of private property, private profit. So you're going to tax everything that there is until there's no more taxing to be had, until all the work, everyone's equal, everyone's a worker, and everybody is equal in the eyes of the state. So yeah, tax more and more until nothing is left. Very good. Number 3 is abolition of all rights of inheritance. So, Betty, what is inheritance? Let's start there. Do you know what inheritance is? Absolutely. Yeah. When somebody dies, where their money goes. So if I had kids, I had a little bit of money to give them. When I die, their inheritance is that money or property or whatever it might be. So yeah, absolutely. The abolition of that is what? What would that mean?
Like when someone dies, the money goes to the state or the government.
Good. Someone dies, their money property goes to the state being capitalized. Number 4, confiscation of the property of all immigrants and rebels. So, Clint, probably pretty straightforward, but what does that mean?
You take away all the property.
Yeah, good. So immigrants, the way it's spelled, that means anybody, does that mean people coming in or leaving? Or both?
Exiting.
Yeah, especially exiting. I guess in hindsight, it'd be both, but rebels as well. So not only people wanting to leave your country or your state, but also people that rebel, which is a pretty ambiguous or not clear term of what that means. So anything under the state's impression that would qualify you as a rebel. So if you leave, all your stuff goes to the state. People on phones in the back, huh? All right, number 5, centralization of credit in the hands of the state by means of a national bank with state capital and an exclusive monopoly. Vincent, what does that mean? Best guess.
Money.
Money, yeah, man. What about the money?
It's not yours.
Yeah, it's a common theme, isn't it? All money. Where does it go?
Bank.
Bank. Who's the bank owned by?
Government.
Right, man. On fire. All money goes to the one bank owned.
No mental processing. If we're turning this into a child's book, I gotta think like a child. There you go.
Yeah, straightforward, man.
Simple words.
I like it.
Simple words, simple logic.
I like it. All right, number 6, centralization of the means of communication and transport in the hands of the state. It's probably the shortest worded one But in terms of the ramifications of what actually happens, this is probably the most in depth. So what are communications? Kyra, how did people communicate?
Um, the telegraph thing on the cell phone.
Yeah, man, that sounds awfully a lot like another answer that we got in another period. Or we have are you reading the one from Canvas? Nice job.
They did not have phones back then.
That's very good, Ava. Yeah, nice job. They also didn't have the internet, which is listed. Yeah, so where we're going with this, and maybe I shouldn't have told you that it was located on there. So I'm trying to put this in today's terms. So not only telegraphs and railways and steamboats, what?
Letters.
Letters also, yeah, from back then and today too. Carrier pigeons. All right. All the forms of communication, as well as the internet, Zoom, email, social media. This simple law has a way of covering a lot of different versions of what that means. So telegraphs, trains,
Airplanes,
airplanes. Man, you guys are good at this, man.
helicopters, boats. Oh, lights. Like, you know, how people like do the different color lights.
Morse code, you mean?
Yeah, that.
Okay, well, I'm drawing the line at boats.
They are going to remove their tongue,
Yeah,
so you cannot speak.
metaphorically and maybe even literally. Yeah,
They will literally do
yeah, they'll definitely literally do it. They
it.
would.
They will remove your eyelids. 'Cause blinking is
It's really a broad law.
Ear.
All right, so helicopters, boats. I can't believe we put helicopters and boats. Internet, all controlled by the states. All right,
Also, different
Remove
color
your
smoke.
fingers, so you can't speak.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So we-
Yeah.
folks,
I remember
All right.
that.
lots of good ideas. Yeah, a lot of forms of communication. All right, moving on from number 6, which I'm very confident everybody understands now. Number 7, extension of factories and instruments of production owned by the state that bring into cultivation of wastelands and the improvement of the soil, generally in accordance with a common plan. What does that mean?
Make the things better.
Make the things better. Yeah, what things?
Things that make people-
Companies. I heard that's good. Yeah.
Building.
Combining two. What did I initially write here? Let's do this. Factory.
Technology.
All right, these are just words. Companies, operations, and land will all be controlled by the state. The second part, also important, because when people go hungry, what do? They tend to rebel. So improving the soil generally in accordance with the common plan, improving soil to produce everyone. There it is. All right, number 8, equal liability of all to labor, establishment of industrial armies, especially for agriculture. The second one is a little not straightforward. So the first part, equal liability of all to labor. Daniel, what do you think that means? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excuse me. Good. Yeah. Everybody has equal responsibility. Equal liability is another word for that, as it says there, to labor for the state. Something and work for the state. At this point, agriculture was a big deal because, like I said, they wanted to make sure people weren't going hungry because that's really when people start to revolt. But nowadays, that would be considered, I guess, food production is very important. Necessities, I guess, is really what that agriculture. It's a bigger umbrella term nowadays. But number 9, combination of agriculture with manufacturing industries, gradual abolition of the distinction between town and country by a more equitable distribution of the population over the country. So, combination of agriculture, manufacturing. What does all that mean? What are they trying to say?
Bringing everyone together and
Where people from where? Yep, and rural areas together. And also their lifestyles, their occupations, rural areas being mainly agricultural, farming, urban areas being obviously mainly factory work, bring people from urban and rural areas together in purpose. And then, yeah, literally putting people physically evenly across the country so that not everyone goes to one place and not one place gets more powerful than another. And the final one, probably the most straightforward one, free education for all children in public schools, abolition of children's factory labor in its present form, and a combination of education with industrial production. Logan, what does that mean? Good, yeah.
don't let children work.
Yeah, perfect. For education for, let's just put everybody. And getting rid of kids working in. And then, yeah, combination of education with industrial production, really combining the efforts of education into producing workers, specifically workers for the state in industrial production. So there we have it, our translated form of the 10 principles, prongs, planks, points of communism and what they mean in today's language. So what we're going to do with that information is, if you guys want to go to Canvas, pull this up, Introduction of Communism for Kids book project. We're going to be spending the next few days in class to create these books by hand. I'll read through these. You can also do a song or a video if that, or a poem or other creative outlets. If you come up with one, if you can cover these points in the same way with those things. But let's go through these to make sure we're all on the same page. Number one, create a picture book by hand for a child who is under the age of 8. Grade 3 is another way to say it, to understand the basic principles of communism. Use the 10 principles of communism we just did, according to Karl Marx. Number 3, each page should paraphrase in your own words one communist principle according to Karl Marx. Yeah, same thing there. And then number 4, each page must contain a picture and have color. That's worth 3 points. And then number 5, each picture book must have a title page, front cover page, whatever you want to call it. And then number 6, make sure to put your name on the back page. Here in a second, we'll show you how to put these books together with a few pieces of paper and go through the process of doing at least a few of those things. Grading wise, it's worth 40 points, 4 points per page, and opportunities for extra credit are definitely possible for extra creativity, especially with the front cover, especially with the pictures. For people here in person, you have a lot of examples. You have those on the wall. You have these whole stacks right down here. If you want some inspiration, if you're struggling, like I probably would have been in school to come up with an idea, you have a lot of different ways to come up with those ideas right up there. For people online, and then I guess for even people that are going to be looking at this later on, you have these. So these are obviously high-end examples. These are like, these people did very creative, very good work. But this guy or whoever it was, did a Family Guy. What was that? What was that noise?
He's actually a sophomore.
Huh?
He's a sophomore.
Gotcha.
That's what I was gonna do, but not to do that.
Yeah, you can.
What if you can't draw?
You can. This is like from years ago, though.
Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood,
Huh?
Coco Melon.
What are we saying?
Saying the names of
I was going to make it
my kids read.
Oh, it's like
20th twins of them all.
I thought I was having a stroke. I didn't know what I was saying. So yeah.
Chicka chicka boom boom.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you can go through here. He did like a comic book version.
Everything is dad at.
I know.
I can't
a good one, actually.
And obviously he didn't do one per page, but it's fine because he covered these points very well and explained them very well in their own words. So like no inheritance. Dear Meg, if you're reading this, I'm dead and you get nothing. Haha, Peter. So that was his way of putting that. And then yeah, so you can look through these. This is another like more kids book style redfish, bluefish example. That's what it is, right? Redfish, bluefish. No fish. Yeah, no fish communism.
Love it is. Should have been one
No
fish, two fish, the red fish is coming.
It should have. We need to find who did it and then and email him. Yeah, so those are those examples. They applied them like for the inheritance one, and some were very, very bad, but that doesn't matter because they won't receive any inheritance from their mom or their dad. Obviously talking about point number 3. So those are a few ideas. Here's some more front cover ideas. If you're say what? Mixing. Oh no, but that's actually that's funny you said that because there's a few. So yeah, I would have been, yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not a very good artist either. So you'll notice a lot of these, and maybe this person did draw this, but a lot of they probably did actually. You can print out like pictures here at school or at home or whatever, and then color them in if you don't think that you can do these. Because like I'm not artistic in any way, shape, or form. So at least with drawing. So I would have really struggled in terms of creating something like this intricate. But I'm guessing with this, like they had an outline and they just like traced that outline and then colored it in. So you don't have to be like this creative genius or whatever to be able to come up with these. But yeah, so different. And then actually the Mickey Mouse one, Mickey Mouse Communist House, that is terrifying. No, because you can do better. I had a kid last class that was doing like Minecraft. Another one wanted to do like anime characters. You could even do like a sports book or like basketball.
Tom Brady.
Communism with Tom Brady. However that might work. So yeah, this is where you can kind of let your creativity take over. So I will show you guys how to put these together. Can someone turn those lights on for me? Thank you. Huh? Yeah. Say what? So they're just gonna make it at home and take pictures of it.
But we have to pick, pictures of it and put it in.
Right, yeah. You could bring it in if you wanted to drop it off.
Okay. Maybe we'll do it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put my mouse back. So I don't leave these kids on Zoom stranded. I think that's 3 down. You guys can figure that out, I'm sure.
How many papers do?
Say what?
How many papers?
3. Did you get yours? All right, so people on Zoom, try and find 3 pieces of paper at home if you got them. Staplers are right up here. But the way you're gonna do this, all right, take 3 pieces of paper. You fold them, hamburger style. Like that. So, and then this is actually, you don't have to staple it right this second, but I'm just gonna, for make it easier, staple 1, 2, 3. And then this is gonna be your front cover, obviously. There. And then for each one of these pages, in the bottom corners. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll go up to 10. And then you might as well on the back, go ahead and write your name too, so you don't forget that. Nice. Like that. 10 pages. Yeah, if you start with 3 and fold them in half, it should get up to 10 inside. And then plus obviously the front cover and the back. All right, so Zoom, kids in black group, which are at home right now, obviously, you're gonna be able to turn these in person. Or if you just want to take a picture and send them in too, that's always possible. But yeah, people that'll be virtual and kids in the room right now, besides people that are here every day, are gonna be sending these in via uploading it through like taking a picture of it. Or if you want to bring it into Mr. Brunett's mailbox, you can do that as well. All right, Zoom, any questions? Send me a DM or say it out loud right now. Did not get that.
When is this due?
Thursday, everything requirements wise is on the today's page on Canvas. So it's due Thursday. It's starting on Friday. You get 4 points off per day until Tuesday, March 16th. So next Tuesday is the last day I'll accept them.
How many points is this?
You have 3 pages or 4?
And that,
Huh? Yeah, you do front and back. What was the last question?
How many points is this?
Everything is on that page for today, but it's worth 40 points. It's under grading under the Canvas page.
Okay.
Reminder to everyone too, yesterday's asynchronous assignment. So I was watching a 10-minute Karl Marx YouTube video, just explaining who Marx was, and then doing a 3-2-1 discussion post. So if you didn't get that done, and the majority of you didn't, I might use that today's time or tonight, because today's the last day you can do it.
Should we stay on?
Yeah, because I still have to take attendance too.
Jimmy Fallon makes a book called Everything is Bad, Everything is Wrong. name of the book was Everything is Dada, Everything is Mama. From the age of like 2 or 3 can only say like Mama or Dada. It's new. It's become like a new age. You know, Jim Fallon is been out of the comedy scene and now really making children's books. She's like an anchor on what, like the morning news. I thought you said Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby.
Oh, Bill Cosby definitely made kids books too.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna stay away from the Bill Cosby
Yeah.
as he's in jail.
I remember learning about him in college, like as like a great example of educating youth. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he is, yeah, what a great guy.
Really awkward.
And then like, yeah, like 3 years later is when everything came out. Atticus, what are you doing? Like,
Racing the thing off the
no, like what idea? Sorry.
Peter Griffin.
Nice.
I found a picture of him in a communist uniform.
Nice.
Just did.
There you go. Yeah. That's easy.
I need the color.
Logan, you thought anything? No. That's I know that's where I'd be. I would try, I think I would do like if I was in high school, even now, if I had to do this, like basketball or something, like it would really, or like a video game, like it'd be really hard for me. This is,
Like LeBron James meets Tom.
yeah, yeah.
Then have like Giannis in there and like Paul George and Kawhi.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
There is, I don't fall.
Okay, all right, we'll agree that a lot of people fall back.
chart. It's a very large.
People on Zoom, if you are struggling to come up with ideas, let me know, but also you can use the next 15 minutes to do yesterday's assignment if you'd rather do that or do this at a later time. But make sure to get that assignment in, asynchronous assignment from yesterday in. All right, Zoom, make sure to check your messages. I sent a few of you some a few seconds ago, a few minutes ago. Other than that, unless you have questions about today's assignment, you can log off. We'll see you guys soon.